Hey collectors, welcome back. I hope you're doing well today, and I also hope you're ready to have a little fun. When I started this channel, I really started it with two ideas in mind. Number one, I just really wanted to have fun. I have way too many hobbies, and I wanted a space where I could actually explore all of them and, take time to create. And second, I really believe in this idea that a curated collection isn't simply about chasing the rarest or most valuable things. It's about surrounding yourself with what actually matters to you. So for this series, I'm bringing those two things together by creating my own collectible limited version of one of my all-time favorite movies, and that is Jurassic Park. Now, a few weeks ago, I talked about how frustrated I was with the packaging on these new releases. So after that, I did go ahead and design my own version of a new cover for the movie, and that was a lot of fun, I've got to admit. But I want to push it a little bit farther than that. Today, I'm taking inspiration from these chunky limited edition box sets that Arrow Video does and making my own version of this. Something that actually does feel display worthy next to the rest of the collection. So here's the plan today. We are building a box from scratch, and then finishing it off with marbled paper. A few of you have asked for my process on making these boxes, so we're gonna start there. I've also got the most gorgeous marbled paper to show you, and I think you'll really like the end product on this one. And also, please stick around till the end, because I will be giving you a sneak peek at how I'm going to be finishing off everything later this week to wrap up the series, with some brand new artwork to showcase as well. So let's get into it. So let's start with the box. And before we put one together, let me show you what we're going to be doing here. This is my little prototype. And to achieve this, we're going to be using 1 millimeter chipboard. All right, so this is some chipboard that I ordered on Amazon. It is 1 millimeter thick. And the reason I went with 1 millimeter and pre-coated black is for two reasons. Number one, it is matching the thickness of those Arrow Video box sets. You can get 2 millimeter chipboard, which is thicker and sturdier, but I ran into a problem with that, which is that I measured the box to fit exactly with the Arrow Video slip cases, so that when it's on my shelf, they can all align and match up, which, as a collector, is one of those things that we like to do, is uniformity. If you get 2 millimeter chipboard, well, what happens is you might get your dimensions correct and have it fit in there, but the disc won't fit on the inside anymore because you're losing that extra space within the opening with the thickness of the board. It actually doesn't let you put the disc in there. So 1 millimeter is the way to go. And I chose to have it pre-coated black because if you get chipboard that's just plain, then you also have to cover it with paper. It's an extra step that I didn't really want to take. And the inside being black works great for me. So the box, it's 5 simple sides. We've got 2 identical front and back pieces, 2 identical top and bottom pieces, and 1 spine. For the dimensions of the specific box, I'll leave it in the description as well, but it is 138 millimeters wide by 175 millimeters tall. The top and bottom are 21 millimeters wide by 138 millimeters long to match up exactly with the width of the front. And then the only one that's a little bit different is the spine. We are going to be gluing the spine between the tops and bottoms. So instead of it being 175 millimeters to match up with the front, you're actually losing the thickness of the board on the top and the bottom within the spine. So you gotta subtract that. And so we end up with 21 millimeters wide, which is the same as the top and bottom, but 173 millimeters long, which is the length of the front minus 2 millimeters. All right, enough description. Let's put this together. Okay, so I already pre-cut everything. We've got 5 pieces we're going to be working with. We've got our 2 identical tops and bottoms, our 1 piece for the spine, and our 2 identical front and back pieces. I'm really terrible at multitasking, so I'm going to describe how we're going to put this together, and then I'll show you on the camera without the voiceover. But essentially, you're going to start with your base or your back and take your first piece, which will be the top of the box. What you'll do is apply some glue right on the edge and then place it flush at the very top of the box and let it set. Once that piece is in, we'll be taking our spine, applying glue on this edge, and then on the short end, and bringing that piece in to make the corner. Once those 2 pieces are in, we'll be doing the same with the third side, glue on the one edge, and then a tiny bit of glue here on the edge of the spine. We'll be placing it together like so. And once all 3 edges are done, we'll take our final piece, apply glue on all 3 edges, place it, and put a weight on top. All right, sound simple enough? Let's do it. All right, everybody. So while we're waiting for the other box to dry, I'm actually going to keep going with this prototype one, just so we can keep moving and you can see what the process looks like. But as you can see, this box does fit perfectly the disc, and here's the artwork that I developed for one of my last videos for Jurassic Park. And we're going to be wrapping this box up with marbled paper. And ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't have planned this out better if I had really tried to do it on purpose, but I found this marbled paper, and I'll leave the link in the description. It's from a store on Etsy. They do beautiful work, but just look how well this matches up with the colors of the artwork that I did. Like I said, I didn't plan this, but when I found this in my inventory going through the papers that I do have, I couldn't believe it. So I'm super excited to wrap the box up with this paper. We'll see how it matches up with the movie once it's all said and done. Enjoy the process. All right, there it is. Not too shabby, if I might say so myself. This is definitely a great step in creating a version of Jurassic Park that feels collectible and that feels like it belongs on the shelf. I had a lot of fun experimenting with this one, and you know what? So much fun that I am not done yet. Next up, we will be taking things another step farther with brand new custom artwork. Because you know what? I think this deserves a slipcase. And you know what? I already revealed it during the B-roll, so here it is. I actually will end up taking the artwork from last week and turning that into the slip cover. But that being said, I didn't want the same artwork to be on the outside and on the inside, so you'll just have to stay tuned to see how this was created and also for the reveal of the final art piece. And if you enjoyed this and you want to make one yourself, let me know. I'm happy to help or to break down the process even more for you. Collectors, as always, I appreciate you being here, having a good time with me, and until the next stop, keep on collecting.